on top of the mountain, maybe 8,000 feet above sea level right now. Air's kind of thin, but we're here with the boys. We made the trek. It's been about 14 hours. Stayed at the base camp halfway for around hour 7, but we're making our way back down. Really good team bonding experience. We all got nifty climbing clips, which you will need on the descent. It is treacherous, it is rocky, and the weather can turn at any second. But wish us luck. See you on the bottom.
I'm an anthropologist. I do a lot of consulting work. I actually got to work with a pro team that was sponsored by Red Bull years ago. And so League of Legends is super cool, and I've been on the Riot Game campus, and so I'm stoked to work with you guys. Really, really fun. Part of this experience, like getting to know each other and be vulnerable, is how you build trust, okay? Because most of the time we're waiting to feel trust before we're vulnerable, and you don't have time. You guys got your 3? Yeah. Okay. All right. I make like a loop. Don't twist it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This. One piece of
Tie it and then put it.
Our mission is really to stop wolves being massacred right now all over the world, and especially in our country. So meeting them face to face and learning what their culture is, and learning that they're very, very much like we are. Kona is a very proud guy. He was what we would call, quote unquote, the beta of the pack, which is kind of like he's the enforcer, he's the big guy.
Warrior class.
He's the big brother of the pack, and he's a very proud guy. So he's going to come up to you and he's probably going to stick his face right in your face.
I was told to get low, so.
If he does. But the interesting thing is that when Taboo passed away a year ago, we thought that Kona, being kind of her right-hand man, being that beta, would step into the alpha position, but that's not all edgy. He loses his temper, he's got a lot of rules, he's kind of grumpy, and he knew that he just...
I don't know how to structure it exactly, but I do want to get a sense of everyone's own personal understanding of why they think we're here, and not here specifically, but just in general, like at Immortals, like in the LCS, etc., etc. And it could be the same. Like, don't feel bad if it's like, you know, you have the same vision as Josh, or Trago has the same vision as Jason. Like, it's totally fine to like share that. In fact, it's helpful to share that because it's another way to connect with that person. So.
Visions should be short and memorable and aspirational.
Say teaching, like an org that teaches players to be like determined.
Mm-hmm.
Like make sure everyone like basically like a team that doesn't give up no matter what.
Yeah.
And, you know, no matter, like you'll see, you know, even if we're in a slump, we'll bounce back. You know, things like that. Like throughout, because it's like a long year. You know.
Yeah.
It's not a consistent. Like every team every year has like slumps. And some teams stay in those slumps and explode, and other teams like rise out of those slumps faster than others. But I always want us to be a team that's like known to like be determined and like rise out of the bad phases we get. And
or maybe as well like a team that makes champions, you know, like be known as a team that makes champions, you know, the org makes the players.
Look at her go! Oh, that's awesome.
Here they come.
You know, at least while you're hanging out with each other and enjoying the view, just kind of take a little picture, take a little mental snapshot of this moment so you can refer back to it, right? Because this is gold.
Be present.
This is gold, all right?
On Tuesday, I definitely want to do the vision portion of this and like get everyone's why, you know, and then like branch off from there. But just like be prepared to spend the next day or two like thinking about that. Like, why are you here? Why do we do what we do? Why do you do what you do? like for Immortals and for League of Legends. So.
And then after all the things we explored, revisit your values.
Yeah.
Your 3 core values, because they're probably going to be different than what you might have said. Reflecting now on your archetype and the collective nature of the archetypes and all those things. So vision and values. Does that sound good? Does everybody understand the parameters?
Nothing that we can do as an individual at all, like anything at all in our day, that wouldn't be better by doing it with someone else or other people on our team. So there shouldn't be anything, whether it's getting coffee, going to the gym, looking at VODs, whatever it might be, like it's always going to be enhanced by doing it with a teammate, like without question.
Yeah. Think about every decision, every conversation you have with the teammate, etc. And think about like the honor versus pride dynamic in that as well. I think that whole that whole rope exercise was just like very eye-opening to me, at least, just in terms of like how we can be more for each other and about each other than we currently are. And I'm sure like you put every other LCS team in that exercise, they'd operate the exact same way we do. Like, we don't have to feel embarrassed about that, but the knowledge that we gained from that, I think, can go a long way in like how we structure our reviews and how we talk to each other in and out of game, and how it helps with all the communication associated with that. So
Don't settle for scraps. That's the lesson of that game. Don't lone wolf and settle for scraps.
yeah.
Like Dynasty, Honor, Legacy, Eternal, Immortal. Like that's all center mass and what you guys are working on. Super inspiring.